think we have some people here. Good evening, everyone. Sahash family. I hope you're all okay and can hear and see all right. So, to settle us down this evening, before we look at the main video and go into a further meditation, I'd like to play a prayer, actually, which I found has actually not been properly recorded. It's called Twameva Mata, which means you are the mother. It used to be sung to Sri Mataji at the end of pujas and also all over the place, but it seems to have gone out of fashion, or people don't use it anymore. And I can't find any. It's a very famous old prayer. It's hundreds of years, thousands of years old, at the time of Krishna. And it's very beautiful. But all the commercial and very high quality recordings only repeat the first verse over and over again, like a mantra. And there are several verses, and I can't find anywhere where all the verses have been recorded, nor in SYUK. So a very kind Sahaja-yogini here has made a recording, which I will play you in a moment, and there's put some slides with it, so we can just listen to this. I think it's a very beautiful prayer and very apt, considering Sri Mataji, as you know, liked to be called herself mother and felt that she was a mother rather than a guru. Well, she was both, but very often she says, really, I'm just a mother and a grandmother, in a very humble way, which we all know isn't quite the whole story, but her motherly care of us, her children, her followers, is endless, and the stories are endless, and we all know it. So let's just settle down for a few minutes before we raise our kundalinis, get ourselves centered, and just have a little breathing space to separate us from the day, detach from our surroundings, and enter just into another world for a few minutes. I'll just play a little bit more music to help us get quiet. So these are the moments to kind of treasure, where we can actually hopefully find a few moments we can dedicate to ourselves. And let that peace within us grow, help calm our thoughts. Slow our breathing down, check ourselves for tension in our bodies, in our minds. Let's now all together raise our kundalinis, please, and put ourselves in Bandhan. So I'm going to play Tvameva Mata now. And so the song is in Sanskrit. It's sung, it's not a song, it's a prayer. But I've also got the English translation, so you can understand what this is about, and its dedication to the mother.
Tvameva Mata Sapita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhu Sasaka Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Aparada Sarasrani Kriyandarshanam Maya Tasoyamiti Mamatva Shamaswa Parameshwari Shamaswa Parameshwari Shamaswa Parameshwara Avavanam Najanami Najanami Tavachanam Pujam Chaiva Najanami Shamyatam Parameshwari Shamyatam Parameshwari Shamyatam Parameshwara Mantrahinam Kriyahinam Bhaktihinam Sureshwari Yat Pujitam Maya Devi Paripurnam Tadastu me Gatam papam, gatam dhukam, gatam daridyami vacha, agatam param chaitanyam, punyoham tavar darshanat, sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
let's just, you can close our eyes at the end of it and just stay, hopefully, in this calm and tranquil state we're in now. Just for a few moments. Just to get ourselves centered properly. And if anybody listening and watching that knows of any musicians or musical groups, we could do another version maybe with in a different way, as professional as possible. So let's just sit quietly now for a moment or two. And we can just put our attention on our own feelings and actions towards Sri Mataji as our mother guru, as our mother archetype, as our mother who introduced us as yoga, helped raise our kundalinis, guided many people when she was alive on the earth. And now that she's gone, the vibrations are strong and her influence continues. Because although we all venerate Sri Mataji, and some of us remember her from when we actually were brought into line by her, always with love, but sometimes quite sternly, or guided, or corrected, or helped. We all probably have our own individual ways of remembering her and the way we devote ourselves and feelings towards her. And it is she that brought us all together tonight. So let's all try and keep our attention up at the top of our head. Open as many of the parts of the Sahasrara chakra as possible with the cells, the petals. And it is here that we are connected to this all-pervading power, the Param Chaitanya, which are the topic of the next video, which I'll play now. There's two extracts together, but on the same topic of Param Chaitanya.
We can consider Param Chaitanya like an ocean, like an ocean which contains everything within itself. everything, all the working, everything is within its own limits. So it cannot be compared with anything. You cannot compare it. Now if you see the sun, then from the sun, the rays have to come out to work it. If you see somebody, say a person who has an authority, he has to assert that power outside. So within himself, he doesn't work it out. Say for example, if there's a seed, and inside the seed only the tree grows and the fruits come out, and then they are sold and people eat it, and everything is inside that seed, then that is Param Chaitanya. So we are all enveloped in it. And only the waves that we see, and we are on the waves, so we see it as dislocated, separated. Like we feel, this is Germany, or this is England, this is India. These are just folds of the sari of Parama Chaitanya, which look separated, but they are not separated. They are continuous. There is no need to go to Himalayas. Whatever is covering his Himalayas is what is nothing but the water from the sea only. It's one of the circles that water passes to the Himalayas, then comes back as rivers, again falls into the same sea. They have to come to the sea. So it is, everything ends up here. And then it is allowed, it goes through tapasya. It allows the sun to create that cloud by suffering the heat of the sun, and becomes vapors. Then it goes as clouds and you get your rain. In the same way, we have to bear the heat of others, anger of others, and create vapors, means the blessings, the vibrations for others. It is with me, same thing. When I see somebody who is sick and I treat him, of course I have to bear a little bit, sometimes quite a lot. Then I absorb it, and then they become vibrations. They just start flowing as vibrations. So this is what you have to learn from the sea, which is very important for Sahaja Yogis, that you absorb everything, doesn't matter. But don't get attached to it and let it become vapors, and the sea can now become the vapors. As you all are here, all these vapors as vibrations should flow. This method you should try to understand by courage. Because the other day when I was coming, there was a lady sitting just on the way. Mother, her feet are out of order or something gone wrong, please treat her. Why should I treat? Why can't you treat? Are you afraid to treat some? Then there's another one who comes up to say, Mother, you treat. Why can't you treat? You all can treat them, you can help them, and you will be surprised, the more you will treat them, the better you will be. You should venture. You should have that much courage to treat others. If you don't treat others, you won't grow. Because that is what, like the sea as you have seen, you become the vibrations. When you treat others, there are more vibrations. Why should God give you vibrations if you are not going to use it? Simple logic. Why should God give you light if you are not going to use it? Christ has said that you don't put light under a measure. That's what we are doing when we are not using our hands, our feet, our brains for Sahaja Yoga. We are not creating vibrations within ourselves. The same body that is yours can just become a bundle of vibrations if you start using these vibrations. But if you don't use these vibrations, you will have problems all the time, and you will not understand why I am doing everything, I am doing this, because you are not using your vibrations. You have to use your vibrations in every way possible, wherever is possible, to help others to get all right, to get well. You can at the most take a bandhan if you like, if you think that it might hurt you or something, but at least use my photograph. And after the photograph, you can just touch the person, there is no harm. After all, if you are afraid even of any troubles, then what's the use of becoming a Sahaja Yogi? If the ship is not seaworthy, what's the use of making a ship? You have to be seaworthy. And that's what you have to decide, that we are going to be Sahaja Yoga worthy. And for that, we are going to absorb all the vibrations. We are going to take up everything upon ourselves. Little trouble also they have. They'll tell me 10 times. We went there, then this happened, then that happened, then this. But I never tell you anything. What happens to me, how I came here, what was there, nothing. Because I know that all this is whatever I am doing is created into vibrations. In the same way, have faith that you are all just like the sea, like the Mahaguru, and that whatever you are doing is creating vibrations within you by which you can save so many. It's something like a cycle, again I said, that the more you give, the more you get. The more you use your vibrations, much more you will get it. It's a very nice cycle that is acting as it has acted in the case of the sea, as I told you, that the water goes to the Himalayas, comes back at rivers in the same way. Manyfold the vibrations will be growing, and I would say that we should always use our vibrations for helping others, for giving to many things, to the plant, to the anything.
So let's sit still and quiet now. Just a few points to meditate on as we start going deeper. This is a very strong recommendation, I suppose, for us to recognize the powers, the abilities that our self-realization has given us. The urgings of Srimataji to treat people, to raise their kundalinis, to help them get better in all various ways, and to not be afraid of absorbing. She talked about we have to absorb everything. I suppose then, of course, there's the foot soaking to help clear things out, and meditation and things. And she talked about how she suffered, and maybe a lot of people listening know this, and if they remember, but There were many, I think nearly every time that she worked on Saj Yogis or new people individually, she would have to go and clear herself in the bathroom. She would get nauseous and everything else and suffer really a great deal, but never complained about it. And this is something that I don't think she liked to talk too much about because everyone gets left for shooty. But it was quite remarkable how she absorbed so much negativity from us at all levels. So she was saying, don't be unafraid. Don't worry about catching things or absorbing wrong things. We have the means to be defended from that. And the way for our power, or the power flowing through us, to defeat whatever might be trying to attack us. And not to hold back. And at the Param Chaitanya, we are enveloped with the Param Chaitanya. They're all around us like an incredibly thick soup that we can't see. And they're not separate. It's like a continuous flow, which can be very comforting. And as we know how to do bandhans and things, they are an extraordinary way of connecting ourselves with each other, with other people, and sending that treating vibrations to them. So now we just sit for a few moments quietly. See if we can just watch and observe and witness the thoughts that come banging on the door of our consciousness, wanting our attention, and we just have to say no. And there are many, as we know, there are many ways of stilling the thoughts. We can say, I forgive this thought. We can say, no, not this, not this. Or if you have any other of your own favorite ways, that's great. And just trying to keep our attention running up the spine, up the central channel, which will cleanse the left and right channels, which will also open all the chakras, and let that energy flow out from the top of the head. And as we're all connected through the ethers right now, so that'll be an avenue for the Param Chaitanya to connect. So I think probably everybody has seen photographs. They're called miracle photos. And a lot of them are really quite remarkable. Not just showing the vibrations as light coming from Sri Mataji, but also from Saj Yogis working on each other or in meditation, which helps us believe what's going on a subtle level. So now how do we meditate on the Param Chaitanya? We can't see them. We can feel them on our hands quite often, sometimes on our Sahasrara. And we can know that they are completely surrounding us, that we're completely surrounded by Param Chaitanya. And those vibrations are between us and our physical surroundings, helping us detach from our surroundings, from people, from everything that can pull our attention away from the Sahasrara. So let's again make sure our attention is in the Sahasrara, and from there this pure energy of the Kundalini flows out, connecting all the Param Chaitanya, flowing through them, vibrating our environment and feeling what the environment is sending to us. So this evening we listen to Sri Mataji in the aspect of the mother, and also the beginning with that prayer, Tameva Mata. But as you know, she's also the Guru, so I just close with the Guru mantra to maybe strengthen that connection as well. So we could all now raise our kundalinis and put ourselves into bandhan. So that comes to the end of the evening. This is my last meditation with you before Christmas, so just use this moment to wish you all a very peaceful, happy, joyful time in these next few days, and very enlightened New Year, which more great things will happen, I'm sure, and I think we might be starting the 21-day course again. So I will bid you all good night and wish many blessings on us all. Jai Shri Mataji.